I'm asking Judge Snow, if you can't hold him in contempt of that court order, then recuse yourself. Let's get a judge in here that's going to do the job of bringing back the justice and for having somebody follow the court order that you put down. But do your job, Judge Snow. And Penzone, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. There was a lot of us that helped you get elected, a lot of young people that worked hard to get you elected, and you betrayed our community, and you betrayed young people.
Our perspective as the people that are directly affected was to inform and to try to change the behavior of MCSO. We thought that with the Sheriff Penzone, things were going to change. But we knew that wasn't going to happen the minute that he decided to keep ICE in the 4th Avenue jail. ICE in the 4th Avenue jail is a magnet. It's a magnet for all the racist cops in MCSO, in the city of Phoenix, in Glendale, it doesn't matter where, because they know that if they get somebody for no license, they can put him there to supposedly find out who he is for sure, but they know very well they're gonna get deported. So Sheriff Penzone has refused to even talk about that. That's not it's not part of the court order, but at the same time, it's a magnet. And we knew at that moment that he wasn't going to change. Then we found out that he promoted, first he demoted, then he promoted people like, now it's Chief Laterno, who was one of the main guys for Arpaio doing the raids. He was coordinating the raids for Arpaio. He was part of the SWAT team. Now, this guy is a chief over Guadalupe and other places. And then you have other guy, that's Hector Martinez, that's supposed to be a community liaison. He was the one that was exchanging racist cartoons on his phone to other deputies. And he has not done anything about it. And when we ask him, he says, well, they have been behaving well with me. You know, I'm giving him a chance. You do not change an institution like this by allowing the bad apples to stay there, because it'll still be podrido. It's gonna be rotten. So there's a lot of things that could be said about this, but one of the things that cannot continue is the racial profiling. That's the order of the court, and he has totally violated it. Statistics plus statistics, first by ASU, now by his own agency, actually show that racial profiling continues. So, as a community, as part of the Comité de Defensa del Barrio, which we've been affected tremendously by those tactics and those practices, we demand that Sheriff Penzone be brought to court and actually be found in a contempt of court. Right. Of course, it's up to the judge, but whatever the judge decides, we advise the judge that enough is enough.
This is ridiculous, and I really think Judge Snow is going to look at this, going to look at the lawsuit, and my hope is that he puts monitors in the jail, that he kind of substitutes what the sheriff's doing and puts monitors who will actually do the work. How else are we going to get it done? So it's just outrageous, and what is more outrageous is the county supervisors have given money to Sheriff Penzone to comply. They've given millions of dollars so that they won't be in contempt of the court. So where does that money go, and why aren't you complying?
What do you think? I mean, he's not here, so I can't ask him, but what is his excuse?
I have no idea. I haven't talked to him. I talked to him at one of the meetings, and he said, "Oh, I want you to work with me." And I said, "Well, Sheriff, listen to people, and I have no idea. I don't know if he's being influenced by Arpaio's people who he kept, or what's going on." But Maricopa County is a huge county. We're more than 40% minority with black, brown. And there's abuses going on. There's complaints that haven't been answered. So come on, Penzone, at least go out and give reports on what you're doing. Evaluate what you think you're doing and let us judge it. Get an independent person in, like ASU, have them evaluate the training you've given, and if it's not enough or doesn't comply with the court order, do it again. So.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's an out of sight, out of mind problem.
Well, it is, and
Arpaio's
unless,
gone,
yeah.
so, you know,
Everything's fine.
everything's fine.
Well, and a lot of people think because Penzone's a Democrat, you know, it's going to be okay. But he has, I think, been afraid to act like a Democrat and be humane to people. So, you know, we just need to change
Oh,
that.
yeah.
What does it stand for?
Yes, Community Advisory Board has 5 members on it to represent the community voice in the Melendres case.
So it was
And
court ordered.
it was court ordered under the Melendres case. And so we're supposed to provide and review the order, the requirements of the order, provide feedback and advice and a direction, feedback on what MCSO is proposing on the Melendres case. As a representative on that cab, as a community representative on that cab, one of our responsibilities or duties is to encourage the public or encourage our community to file complaints if they feel that they've been discriminated or have an incident to report. And this backlog of investigations puts a damper on that responsibility. It puts us in a position where I feel that I can no longer encourage people to file a report or a complaint because of the backlog and because it's going nowhere. And so it really is the number of cases, the number of days that it takes to investigate exceeds even the Arizona standard for law enforcement. Not only the court order, but of the general Arizona statutes and standards. So this is not just in particular to say, oh, the court order, which is very serious, but it's even a violation of the Arizona for law enforcement.